How much life is there in your days? It sounds like a question about time. It isn't. Because some people live more deeply in a single afternoon than others do in an entire year. The clock measures how long a day lasts, but it cannot measure how much of that day reached you. How much made you laugh? How much frightened you into courage? How much reminded you that you were not merely passing time, you were alive inside it? That is the difference we rarely think about. A day can be completely full and somehow contain no life at all. You can answer every message, complete every task, and meet every obligation. Then reach the evening unable to remember a single moment you were truly present for. We call it being busy. But sometimes we have simply become very efficient at being absent from our own lives. And it rarely feels dangerous while it's happening. It just feels like Monday, then Tuesday, then another week we barely notice leaving. We tell ourselves that real living will begin later, when work becomes easier, when the money arrives, when we feel braver. When life finally creates enough space for us to enter it. But later keeps moving. Every time we approach it, it steps a little further away. And this is where time quietly deceives us. It makes every ordinary day feel replaceable, as though there will always be another morning to make the call, another evening to look up from the screen, another chance to begin what fear persuaded us to postpone. But a day does not need to be extraordinary to be fully lived. It only needs you to arrive. Sometimes adding life to a day means noticing what hurry has made invisible. The changing sky, a familiar voice, the silence after rain, the strange privilege of being here to witness any of it. But presence is only part of the answer. Because sometimes feeling alive requires more than noticing life. It requires participating in it. Saying what you really mean. Walking into the room you feel unready for. Choosing the uncertain road because the safe one has been slowly emptying you. It means risking embarrassment, disappointment, and change. Not because pain makes life meaningful, but because avoiding every risk eventually means avoiding your own life. That may be the deeper danger. Not that our days will run out, but that fear, distraction, and routine will remove us from them long before they do. Your heart can keep beating while curiosity goes quiet. Your calendar can remain full while your inner world becomes empty. You can keep moving and still disappear from yourself. Yet the opposite is also true. You can return. Not next year, not after everything is fixed, but in one honest conversation, one decision you have delayed. 1 hour in which you stop standing outside your own experience and step fully into it. That hour will not last longer than any other, but it may feel larger because the moments that stay with us are not always the longest. They are the ones in which we were completely there. We spend so much of life asking for more time, more years, more weekends, one more chance. But perhaps the question is not whether we will receive more days. Perhaps it is whether we will bring more life into those days. You cannot command the clock to slow down. You cannot bargain with tomorrow or guarantee another sunset. But you can make the call. You can take the first step way before certainty arrives. You can let yourself be moved by something you would normally rush past. You cannot place more hours inside today, but you can place more of yourself inside its hours. So how much life is there in your days? Exactly as much as you're willing to enter. Do not wait for a different life before you begin living deeply. Start with the one already breathing around you. The clock will carry this day away whether you inhabit it or not. When the sun goes down, let it find that you were here. Thanks for listening. If there's a subject you'd like me to speak about, pop over to UnleashYourStorm.com and send me your request. I'd love to hear what you're thinking and what's on your mind. And if you've enjoyed this video, a like, follow, or subscribe is always appreciated. It helps these messages reach the people who may need them. If you'd like to support what I'm creating, you can also buy me a coffee using the link in the description. Thanks for listening and see you next time.